Okay, somebody else may have missed that. I appreciate you. I'm up here for sure. So, thank you for that. Our cameras are off.
It's all right.
Yes, we did. Spell it. If you say so. If you say so. Someone's bad.
Garble.
Since the sound must be bad.
She said, I can't understand a word.
Oh, geez, that's great. Let's see. So is it better?
Paul said, don't change it.
See, I can. He didn't say no. Is it better now? I don't. I have no clue what we didn't do anything. I guess it's. I have no clue. I do hear static on my end a little bit though.
Yeah.
So this stuff, man, I tell you, sometimes I wish we'd just go back to a standard microphone, no digital anything. We got all this fancy stuff that we really don't even use. Well, truthfully, we don't really know how to use it. So welcome to our world. Okay, it was static. Yeah, I don't know. I did hear the static though. It took us about 5 minutes or more. Our camera was working fine, and as soon as we went to go live, our digital or our camera stopped, and it started working off a camera on the laptop, which definitely is not as good. So we just had all kinds of things going on.
Yeah.
Trying to make sure here, yeah. Nice. Okay. Thank you, Liv, for telling us that. And if you guys don't tell us certain things, we have no clue. Audio, video, because on our end, even when you guys, when it's going bad,
it looks fine.
On our end, it looks fine. But I actually did hear a little bit of static, which is something we really don't hear on our end. It's usually always really clean. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to another Wednesday Night Live. This is episode 114 Wednesday nights.
That is awesome.
So thank you guys. We appreciate you being a part of it too. We need your help. We do get on it every now and then, a little kick, but we do need your help. We need you to share us out. Help us out any way you can. I mean, I know everybody doesn't like the paranormal. And I get that. It took me a while before I liked it too. But I do enjoy it now. I do enjoy the investigations, and I do enjoy debunking and saying things are not haunted. Because a lot of things are not haunted.
Yeah, that's true.
There's some great actors in the world. So anyway, with that being said, we need your help, guys. Especially we're trying to grow the social media, the Facebook group. If anybody is on our Facebook group, we do not see any comments unless we actually follow along with one of our phones.
Yeah.
So don't be offended if we don't respond to a comment. The only comments we see are the ones on YouTube. And
Yeah.
and actually on Kick, because we just seen Kick up here for the first time.
Yeah.
It was green, and we were like, oh wow, okay. So Cross to Crowns 98. You'd love to join the stream whenever you're showing, whenever you stream. Add me on Discord. I wouldn't know how to do it. Cross to Crowns. We will figure it out though. We decided we try Kick because StreamYard started offering Kick, so we added it up here. Maybe we'll pick up somebody. You never know.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. Up in Ohio. Yeah, we've been there. Up in Ohio.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Good comments. Why aren't our comments showing? Nice. Okay, we appreciate you sharing it to the Ohio, the Swanton Paranormal Discussion Group, man. 1,300 members strong. That's great.
That does sound awesome.
So yeah, we're the same way, Mark. We're trying to grow ours too. It's tough. It really is tough getting started. We're trying to change some things we're doing social media wise, really on everything. We've been the last week or so, Riley. We actually have been. You slide back a little bit. You're like you about to pop through. There you go. You're like you were right on like a bug.
Yeah,
like a bug.
I was on
it. So yeah, we've been trying to get it out.
You're out.
You better watch how you do that. YouTube will be kicked us off.
Yeah, I know.
So we realize, man, we love music. Hey, Edna, how are you?
Hey.
We love music. You guys know we love music. We like all genres. We like it all. We've been playing music. You know, you guys seen this. We play some different kind of music, whatever we've been listening to that day when we start the live, just because we like it. The music gets you in the mood. It kind of gets things going.
Yeah.
And Riley tells me like yesterday, he was like, man, YouTube's been, what do they do?
They flag every video we put music on.
Yeah, so we didn't realize it. So there's no telling how many of these 100 and some odd lives we've been doing that YouTube's flagging them.
Hey, Angel.
Because of music. What's going on, Angel? So really, I think some of our videos aren't even, they're flagging them and blocking them. We can see them and you can go search them. But like right now when we're live, if you're not searching and new to go look for us, you might not see us. We play that music. I don't know if they flag it immediately or if they flag it, when we end the live. So anyway, we've stopped the music for now. Yeah, we like music.
Yeah, I love music.
Kind of messed up our whole rhythm tonight.
Yeah, I know.
So I guess we'll have to start doing like Mindseed TV and start producing our own music.
Yeah, like Casey Nolan. He's freaking awesome.
Mindseed Casey Nolan. Okay. You do an awesome job, man. We learn a lot from you.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do like Mindseed TV. So we got a few people up here.
Yeah, I know.
Awesome. We're good, Edna. I'm good. Are you good? You said hi. She's good. How you doing?
I'm pretty straight.
Yeah, I'm good. You know what? That static might have been coming from this. I'm gonna put this in my ear.
But yeah.
Put that one in your ear. It might help the static go away. Even though you can't hear out of your left ear, nobody.
Yeah, that's pointless. Says titties on a borehole.
Oh, we just got blocked again. Good job.
I'm sorry.
We got flagged again. So we also learned, and we knew this early on from Chastity told us a lot about this. Watch what you say, because heck, you guys, we're liable to say anything. So we're trying hard to watch what we say to keep our videos from getting flagged. Also, we're trying. I know some of the videos we put out, and kind of what we were going to talk about tonight, really. So if you guys been following us for a couple of weeks, we've been at really probably for like the last month.
Yeah.
Memorial Weekend, I think.
Yeah.
We started a little series on the old burying ground in Beaufort, North Carolina.
Yep. Edna just said she watched the video at the cemetery and it was really cool. I'm glad, Edna.
Yeah, we hope you liked it. I mean,
there's a part 1, part 2, and part 3 there. Make sure you go check them all out.
But even on that, when we actually went back on Memorial Weekend.
Yeah.
We went just to go investigate somewhere.
Yeah.
We actually had our mind going back to Fort Macon.
Yeah.
And we were like, man, it was so busy because of the holiday. We ended up over at Beaufort at the old burying ground, which is the oldest one of the, if not the oldest, graveyard cemetery in North Carolina.
Yeah.
So it is very old, and actually, I'm pretty sure, I feel like if there was a close second for some reason, it would blow them out of the water with all the unmarked graves,
Yeah.
especially coming back, from some of the tribal times. Yeah, go watch them. We appreciate it. And
Yeah.
kind of, so yeah, like he said, there was a part one, and we went to we did a little investigation last year at the old burying ground, and it was
Yeah.
kind of small. We were just kind of making our way around it. We
Yeah.
decided we'd go back at Memorial Weekend, and when we went though, I mean, I don't think we didn't really have a plan to go back and do a 1 and 2.
No.
At that time, we were just like, hey man, let's just go in here and see what happened. And that's kind of what we did.
But I mean, it ended up, we got us a little series going on YouTube now.
Well,
I like it.
on that site for sure.
Yeah.
But the reason we went, really, the first time we went to the old burying ground a few weeks ago, we really wanted to get a name for that little girl. If you followed along, if you hadn't watched the videos, there's a girl there, a young girl. I'm not sure the age. I'm really confused. I've tried to debunk that part too. Also, how old is this little girl who died on a ship going back to her homeland in Europe? And supposedly she taught
Thought
her
it was England.
same area, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
Okay.
graduated high school
We'll call
and then
it
I
back.
quit school.
Back to England. So yeah. Okay. It's good to know. I appreciate you telling me that. I think I've been
Thank
around
you.
you long enough to realize what you've done.
Oh,
about that.
yeah.
Oh,
Very well.
very well.
I know.
This might be the
I hit a button that
No, here it
says, I know.
here it is. And I'm done. All right. Quit playing with toys. All right. You feel good now? You feel better?
That's the one I was
All
looking
right.
for.
So let's just say she talked her family into going back to England. She talked to them. She said, Mom, I want to go back with Dad. I want to go back with Father back to England, to our home country, and do whatever it was he had to do there. Then we'll sail back home. We're talking about a long time ago, guys. A long time ago. So the story goes, she talked her mom and her dad into letting her go. Well, the story says, one of the videos and some things I've read, she's an infant. Well, unless they determined what an infant was and what a young child is, an infant is not going to talk its mom and dad into letting them go somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So if that story is true, the little girl who died in that barrel was not an infant. Okay,
Yeah.
we're going to say she's a teenager or younger,
Yeah.
right? I don't really hear maybe I may be wrong. I don't hear a 4 or 5 year old say, "Mom, Dad, I really want to go."
Unless good Gaga sounds like
No, I mean they're going to go.
got me go.
No, not at all. Here we go again.
The heck?
No.
Don't restrict
So
my
you
phone,
keep
Dad.
messing me up, man. Daggone. So long story short, after the first visit, we wanted to go back and see if we could get a name, because that grave is not marked. It's
It
marked with
is
lots of
very
things, and so nobody. We've heard Abigail.
Yeah.
We've heard Karen. It's not Karen, to be sure. I mean, I don't think Karen was a name way back then. Long story short, I don't know her name. We've heard several people say different things. Where they got those stories is probably like I did. They heard somebody say it, really a rumor. I think that their last name is Sloo, SLOO. That is a pretty true statement. Why her first name isn't on that grave, I don't know. So, getting back to what we said, we wanted to get her name right.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the whole reason for us
Yeah.
going. Really, because we had been before. But another part of that, if you go watch that first video, and did you mark any things that really stuck out to you on the first video? It was more of a little history lesson. I didn't mean for it to be a history lesson.
Yeah.
It was more of me I got off track, but I was amazed with all the old graves and the different people, why they were buried there, and their story. Because look, there's a story behind every one of those graves. There's a story behind every grave. So what we like to do is see, as paranormal investigators, let's see if we can start a chain of communication. Let's see if we can let them tell us a story. Sometimes we get some words, sometimes we don't. Sometimes things add up, and a lot of times they do not.
Yeah.
And if we're lucky, we'll ask a question sometimes and get an answer right on demand, and that's what makes it worthwhile.
Yeah.
Is it not?
It is.
So that's kind of where we were at. So we thought maybe, we hope you guys have looked at those videos. If you hadn't, please do it and share them out. I mean, if you're somebody who visits YouTube a lot, share them out. Subscribe to us, share us out, get your friends, family, whoever, share it out. You never know who might look at it. We need to try to grow that thing and get some more followers.
Yeah. On YouTube. Yeah.
In a perfect world, we'd like to be like some of those other people you see up there. We'd like to do it full time. No joking. I mean, nothing more that I know Riley would like to do. He really does do it full time now.
Yeah.
And enjoys it. And I would love to help him more. I'd love to see us. We can do what those guys are doing without a doubt.
Yeah,
we do the same thing. We don't mind riding.
No.
And we'd like to get so big. Riley said he was going to hire Angel and Ruth and move them in.
Yeah. I want to be big enough I can buy them a condo in Greenville or Aden, right beside our house.
Your first thing was you were going to grow this massive Mr. Beast type social media platform.
Yeah.
Especially like YouTube. When those guys got so big, it was a lot easier to get big then.
Yeah.
And plus the paranormal world, there's a lot of people doing it. And unless you're, I hate to say it, your age or younger, you're sitting up here with an old man.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't really, it'd be a lot better if you were sitting over here with a cute, beautiful young lady who had a crazy OnlyFans channel and had millions of followers and they would transpose into these.
That's all right.
But chances are they wouldn't like paranormal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So darn if you do and darn if you don't. Yeah, so speaking about that, Ed, thank you for saying that. We appreciate it. Our videos are not all, I think they're more raw. We did add some music, try to create a little feeling. Because I'll tell you this,
I can mark that down.
Unlimited tacos, yeah.
Yeah, I'll mark that down, Angel.
Tacos every day. We have a taco machine. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll have a taco vending machine at your pad that I'm going to buy you when I get y'all good and moved in when the YouTube starts playing.
It was funny. You used to really talk about that, and you were like, dude, when I get rich and we get famous and we're on, we're everywhere doing this investigating stuff, I'm going to hire Bill Chappell. Yeah,
I said I was going to fly him down here and get him in my apartment.
Then we met Angel, and Riley thought, oh, my God, Angel can do it all.
Yeah.
I'm going to hire Angel.
Yeah.
So you kicked Bill Chappell to the curb quickly. Angel will talk to you. Bill Chappell told you right quickly. I
don't have time for chit-chat.
He did, guys, just so you know, Bill Chappell, Riley, we ordered something from
Ovilus.
We ordered Ovilus from him, and I don't remember how it transpired, but Riley was actually emailing this guy, the Bill Chappell, y'all. And if you know Riley, he likes to talk, he likes to message. So apparently he was messaging Bill Chappell so much that Bill Chappell sent a message and said, hey, man, I don't chit-chat. I don't need a pen pal friend.
Yeah.
He said, and I ain't fixing your piece of equipment. And then I had to call him and say, hey, dude, I sent you a deposit. You're going to fix our piece. You're going to send us that Ovilus. And he ended up doing it. He said, but I'm going to tell your son, I don't chit-chat with nobody. And I thought, man, you prick. But I understand. You can't work if you're chit-chatting all day long. Yeah. If a man is trying to make money, it's hard to chit-chat all day, okay? So maybe kind of, and that's true story, Paul. This is all true story. So it is a true story or not?
Yeah, it's a true story. I'm just thinking now, Angel, only imagine what I said.
Yeah. So we were kind of blown away by it, really. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Paul. But anyway, that is a true story. I actually forgot about it. It's good we bring that up to remember.
That was a gut shot.
Yeah, Paul, it was the last piece. We haven't bought anything else from him. Truthfully, we don't need anything else.
Nah.
We don't need
Angels to go to now, Paul.
We don't Paul's a hell of a builder too. Excuse me. Sorry, YouTube. A heck of a builder. I've been seeing some stuff. I've been seeing some stuff. Paul's building some stuff too. Maybe you and Angel can collab on some stuff, Paul. For sure. Yeah, it is. And everybody said social media is slow. I mean, you can't rush it. And Riley's been at this thing. Did we just turn down south? Just turned 3 or 4 years old.
4 years old.
So it's been 4 years old. But now the lives he's doing have gone from kind of like you guys do. We're doing a live on Wednesday every Wednesday night now, and we have not been doing as many lives investigations. But we're going to add that back. We've got and the reason we haven't is because we've been trying to make a little series like we did with the graveyard stuff, like we just did.
Yeah.
And post on YouTube and hopefully try to, get some traffic, try to create a following there. Because, I mean, it shows on our end, it shows we have 5 people up here now. Oh, loud and static. Must be me.
Paul said, there you go.
I don't know. I actually was talking louder. I can, me and Riley catch ourselves every now and then. We'll start hollering, But we don't mean that.
It's almost like you have a weak connection, is what Paul said. That's believable, Paul.
Yeah, that's a good possibility.
What are you doing? Building a birdhouse?
I think it's this microphone.
I think mine's all right, y'all.
I can tell you this. I bet I have another one. I'll change it out.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah.
Stupid ass monkey.
Yeah, we're flagged again. We're flagged again. Anyway, so if you hadn't seen us, check us out. We're trying to clean up the YouTube pages. At one time, Riley was doing lives out of his bedroom. He'd just get up there and he'd chit chat. He'd just sit there and chit chat. Yeah, he'd chit chat. So now we're trying to do it right. No, never can win. Never, especially this kind of stuff for sure. Technology's got me. I do estimating. My day job is I'm an estimator for a substantial size construction company, and I'm at the computer all day long. So you wouldn't think I struggle with technology as much as I do when we come in here, and I do struggle.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what we thought, we kind of wanted to get you guys' thoughts if you did see the cemetery videos, if you've seen 1 of the 3, or if you've seen all 3 of them. Was there anything that stood out at you? And I'll say this too. Riley and I, the last video, one week, we just edited. We finished. When I say Riley and I edit video, there is not a lot of editing. We might cut some things out when we say something that we shouldn't say.
Yeah.
That would get us flagged, and it does when we're on investigations. We have fun. We do.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. As a matter of fact, if me and him can't have fun, we ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
We're gonna stay home. We're just not gonna do it.
Yeah.
And that's got me in trouble a few times. Recently, got me in trouble recently with one of our friends. Did something fun, and I shouldn't have done it. But anyway, I'm not gonna get on that. So
subject for a different time.
Yeah. So we are. We like to have fun. So with that being said, that's really the only editing we do to the videos. We cut out things that'll get us flagged, and actually still there were some things last night we were covering up in the video. We actually, I don't know how I did it, but one of the videos we would pretty much finished it up. This part 3, we finished it up Monday.
Yeah.
And during the night, I guess somehow it froze everything together where we couldn't edit any of the words that we put in there. So some of the words you see us type when we got the Paratech or the Polder Pod or Spirit Box, we like to write it on the screen. because we've listened with microphones and we've listened really good, and that's what we hear. I tell you guys that we I mean, what do you want?
Thank you, Edna.
Oh, nice, Paul.
She said, guys, don't forget to hit that like button.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Every time you start pointing over here at something, I lose my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
I don't even, what were you going to say? I parked through.
I was
We
just
got a live show going on.
I was trying to keep up with everybody.
So, like I said, our editing is really, we don't do a lot of editing, and we are learning how to add some things, add wordage. But anytime we want you guys, when you see a video we're doing and you hear something coming out of our portal, whether it be our portal, spirit box, anything, if it sounds different from what we do, let us know, because I will tell you, it ain't nothing for us. We'll message, we'll send a little a voice of some of the video. And like we sent one last night to Angel, hey man, can you figure out what this is saying? Because sometimes it's in a different language. It can be Spanish, and we don't understand that. And we feel like we've asked a question and we get a response through something, and we can't quite understand it. And there's probably folks out there, if you have the video or the audio capability, you know, there's a way you can take audio and speed it up and slow it down. Pretty sure it's simple, but we struggle with audio. We struggle with technology. That might fix it where we can understand what a spirit was trying to tell us, and we didn't get it. You know, simply a speed adjustment. Yeah. So we ask you guys. You see these videos. I know Lee Ransom, Lee Ransom. He sent us stuff before, man. He looks at our stuff good, and we appreciate that. Yeah, we really do. Because there might be something we think it says something. It might sound like something. Well, most of the time we know, you know, right off the bat. Oh my God, that was loud and clear. But a lot of times when we're during the live investigations, there may be something that was said and we don't even hear it then. We don't hear it until we come back and start going through the video, going through the evidence. Yeah. And that happens a lot of times, doesn't it? Yeah. It really does. It happens basically every time if we go live. It really does. So, yeah. It's kind of why I've been enjoying just video editing these past few weeks. Yeah, and it's done Riley good. It gives him something to do pretty much just golly, I think you probably did it 10 hours yesterday. Yeah. At least 10 hours. Going through a 30, you know. That's why our second and third, part 2 and part 3 of the Burying Ground video, it was like 45 minutes. Yeah. And we decided, hey, man, there is no way. I feel like we'll lose people if it's over 10 or 15 minutes long. Yeah. 45 minutes, it better. And it's the same way with me. If you're going to put a video up here for 45 minutes long, it better be really good or I might fall asleep, especially if I'm in a comfortable chair. Yeah. That's the truth. So we decided to split it up into 2 parts. Yeah. That's why we had the original one, the original part, and then part 1 or part 2 and part 3. Yeah. But so we thought we might see, I don't know how our technology will work tonight. I already see that our internet, our signal is low for some reason. So I'm curious if it'll even let us play any video. I don't really know. And then the next thing is I'm gonna back out of this for a minute. Okay. Because I want to make sure that I click that button where you can hear, where they can hear. So it says also share tab audio. Yeah. Yes. You didn't have it clicked. Well, it was already clicked. I didn't have to click it. So is there a certain spot? We'll run through this thing. I would tell you, we critique ourselves hard, man. There's things in that thing unclicked itself. It won't select. What, right now? The audio, yeah. Right this minute. Yeah. Oh, well, I got to get out of it. Let's see if you caught that. I hear it's something through the headphones or the earbuds that might be transferred in this audio. It's going. I just heard that. I think it's that ceiling fan. Yeah. Between it and that air conditioner running. Yeah. make sure. That might be creating some things.
Yes, sir.
So see that share audio?
Yeah.
That's off. It's on
Okay.
the entire screen. And
See it just unselect. Now click share.
oh, you're right. Dude, good eye.
I'm glad I caught it.
Yeah, and it gives me a note. Be careful sharing screen audio if you have a guest. They will hear themselves. Interesting. So this was the first part of it. Realized quickly. Hope you guys can hear this. I realized quickly. Something about our camera here too in this place. I don't know what it is, but our camera wants to give off a red light. In every video, you'll see that it give off.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It doesn't do it all 3 times we've been in there.
Yeah.
Of course, it wasn't as bad at night. Had a spot on the camera lens. But I realized quickly this was way too much right here. I thought we lost it right on the opening. I made that too long. But I thought it was really cool. Old burying ground.
Yeah.
Palo Santo. I'm not sure what that is.
Palo Santo.
What is that?
It's like a kind of like sage.
We got plenty of sage.
Hey everybody, private here. Down south looking
This is our first. This is Memorial Weekend. First this year in this. You just look at the crazy monuments, the awesome graves in here. We're not gonna play the whole video. Was this about anything you want to check on video wall?
Video one.
A lot of history here, guys, in this place. I don't know why I got hung up in this video. It's supposed to be paranormal.
We'll say that it dates. There's some gravestones here that date back to 1709 or 1711, and we know that there are actually graves here that are older than that because of the Tuscarora Indians were here in the 1690s. On this land.
So there are unmarked graves here, and some that they've ended up digging up to try to figure out who was there and how they ended up there. Tuscarora Indians were actually there are unmarked graves in this cemetery now.
Yeah.
And like I said, there are lots of unmarked graves, but come to find out, a lot of them are Tuscarora Indians, and I mean that's the 17th century, man. That's they're old. They've been there a while.
Yeah.
And if you, speaking of the Indians, now that we're talking about it, part 3, we ended up getting some responses that we feel like we're from India.
Yeah.
Whether, today it wouldn't be English, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know how do we talk it. I don't know, man. That's one of those things I can't explain. But the vibe that you get there is really cool. No big bells and whistles. Like I said, guys, we're not doing a lot of editing here. We're giving you the raw material.
Yeah.
Right or wrong, that's what we're doing. And we'll get better. We will get better as we do it. Riley's learning a lot on the editing side of it, so that's great. Because down south supernatural as he is.
Yeah.
So you got somebody on Kick trying to get us probably something we shouldn't click on, I'm sure.
It says want to get Kick partnership fast and start making real money.
I rather not on Kick. I rather like real fast make some on YouTube. I don't know about Kick. We're not gamers. It seems that Kick is gamers. Let's don't get sidetracked. Let's stay on what we're doing.
Well,
so Riley took today and he was like, man, we'll have a good Wednesday night live. We're going to take these 3 videos and we just hit some key spots that stood out to you. And he took some time today to actually run through the videos pretty quickly and, see. But I think you owe it to yourself to go check out these videos if you like this type of paranormal activity. Yeah, you never know. We thought about that certain thing. We knew the first time we went, we said we're coming back after we left after this time, we said, hey, we're going back. We're going to try our best to get a name of that little girl buried in the rum barrel.
Yeah.
We did get it. And
we'll probably go back July 4th weekend.
I'm not sure if what we'll do. We beat this thing up pretty hard. So what we did something that we usually don't do. Riley and I, as a lot of you know, we go in a lot of graveyards. We go in the daytime, we go in the nighttime, and we just haven't got a lot at night. We get a lot of communication in the daytime. So we did what we said we weren't going to do. We said this for this the second time was in the daytime, part 2, part 3. We're like, dude, we're going back and we're going to be there. We're going to shouldn't say sneak in there, but the thing closes at 5:30.
Yeah.
But they didn't close the gates. So he and I got on in the graveyard, and we got deep in the graveyard where you couldn't really see us.
Yeah.
And we just sit there, man, and we started investigating kind of quietly.
Yeah.
And we waited till it got dark, and it turned out
to be a great investigation.
Very, very well. We got more communication than we had, probably as much as we did at the Valentine's investigation we did.
Yeah.
So yeah, I say go watch these, man. These videos aren't too long. Take you too long, and hopefully check it out. If you see some things we might have missed, please tell us about it. What I like to do, I'd love to see some shadow figures or something. And this graveyard is notorious for people seeing shadow figures in the night as people go through here. But anyway, is there any time slot I need to go to?
First, video 1. Are you on video 1?
So that's, of course, the graves are not marked.
We can see.
We're gonna see if we can find them though.
Go to 8 minutes and 21 seconds among set up at graveyard. We began obtaining communication through the polterpod with a spirit named Josh.
So yeah, as you can see here.
And at the same time, we were getting quad activity.
The volume's loud enough for you guys. Oh, you know I can turn it up.
At 21.
We're giving you an open line of communication.
Yeah.
This seems to be grounding. EMF vibration. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Who is I? Anything more specific?
I believe right there in the video they were trying to say a name, but it broke off. So that was somebody.
I did hear something. I wasn't sure what it was.
It just said you got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
I don't know, guys, if we're messing up by
What did you do?
hiding on the screen while we're here. I feel like it would help some people who might miss it.
Yeah.
But we get help me everywhere we go.
Yeah.
When it's notorious, that's probably one of the most things that we get everywhere.
A little scramble going on.
Yeah.
Volume wasn't out in
Is there any spirits around us?
my
We know you are. You heard a hey.
Yeah.
We'd like for someone to come up and see if you can touch this device in front of us on the ground. And it will beep. It will not hurt you.
Can you do that for us? Yeah.
word. DEF.
Will you attempt to be more clear?
We'd like for someone to touch the device on the ground, and it'll beep, and it'll just let us know you're here.
But that's I said the body's on the ground. The spirit said, "Why?" You know, it's pretty much questioning me. That happens a lot too.
Yeah.
And we started right in here. We started getting there was so many words coming through, and a lot of times I can't understand them anyway.
Yeah.
That's why. And if you listen long enough and you do it enough, things just stand out to you. You know what they're saying. You feel like you're 99% sure. Hey, that's what it said.
Yeah.
A lot of times it might not have nothing to do with what you're asking.
Right.
But a lot of times, just a simple communication of, hey, and you hear everybody say it, who's here, who are we talking to? Just a simple conversation starters start things. Yeah, so that's why we kind of repeat ourselves a lot doing that. So I know Riley, he figured out that some little point a little further up in the video that the spirit that we were talking to actually really wanted to talk.
Don't get quiet on us now.
We're going to loop this spirit we haven't used here.
Yeah.
I heard run.
Why would we run?
You must be talking to someone else in here that we don't see. Can someone come over and speak with us?
I can't run.
Riley's hurt like some of you guys got hurt. He can't run now at all. So we got this spirit box running in reverse.
And like I said, the run part, we get that a lot. Leave. There's one part in here where we got leave like 4 times in a row within like a minute. And it was to the point where they really didn't want us there for some reason. And then the longer we stayed, it felt like Riley was getting communication from the spirit. It was just, when Riley said, I don't know if you heard the part, we were trying to play it where it said run. And we were like, dude, we're not going to run. And Riley can't run. He got in an accident and he can't run now. And from that moment on, it was like the mood changed in there, don't you think?
Yeah.
It was almost like they felt they were like sad for you that you couldn't run. It's like it got off us trying to get to them, and they were like trying to be nice to you, which was a good thing. Not our intentions, for sure.
Really won't.
So look at this video. Like I said, it ended up a lot of it being a lot of me at the first beginning of it, talking a lot of history in here. I didn't mean to start that. It just when we got in there, man, it just started coming out. I told Riley, man, I should
history lesson from Father.
Had no idea it was going to be a history lesson, but it turned into one. I didn't mean that, but it didn't hurt anything. That was when we figured we kind of got off track. So about post the comments. I'll get out of here. We just wanted to kind of go back and play that. Play some of the part 2.
Hey, Down South family. This is Riley and Father here. We wanted to thank you for joining us tonight for part 2 of the Beaufort County Graveyard Investigation.
We came here tonight with one mission only, to make great spirit communication and hopefully get the name of the little girl buried in the gun barrel.
Let's do it.
A quick little story on this. We did 2 takes in this graveyard where we tried to do an intro video, just he and I standing there talking like we're trying to start doing more of that. And we're learning. We did 2, and actually we did 3. The first 2 sucked. Somebody cranked up a really loud truck, and I talked ugly, so we had to ditch that one.
Yeah.
And so the 3rd one worked, and it was great, man. We were like, that is the best intro we've ever done to a video.
Yeah.
And I forgot to match record. So we ended up doing the virtual background, the one there, which is, it was okay, man. It was all
Yeah,
right.
it was
but,
okay.
but let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So what do we capture soon? Oh, so yeah, as soon as we were, same thing, I kind of went down the fence line, shining the camera in there, trying to create the mood, and hopefully we catch a shadow figure or something.
Yeah.
This is part 2. We caught a body.
A daggone
We caught a
fight.
body.
Rare encounter.
So this is this thing here. We kind of get set up and get.
Let's find a spot. Tree roots.
Video.
Are there any spirits in this area who'd like to talk with us?
Starting off with the colder product.
I'm Greg, and this is Riley. Are there any spirits here?
Hi, that's cool.
Yeah.
Hi. I think you said hi.
And a hi. Can I know who we're communicating with?
Was that a name, Gina?
Are we talking to a Gina?
Y'all need to pay attention whenever we start talking about the tribe that used to be settled there. Things got negative and they didn't want to speak about it.
I think you make static when you do that.
Talking to the
Yeah, plus you
microphone.
go out of the camera too. So right here we ended up getting a name that sounded like Gina when Riley and I were live. But coming back and slowing it down and turning it up, we heard Christina, and then it said daughter. And the first thing I'm thinking is Christina. Is she wanting to find her daughter? Is she trying to tell he and I about the daughter? But we lost it pretty quick. That's when your feelings start pulling in. You're like, dude, is she really trying to? What does she want to tell me? Yeah, that's the bad part when you really want to know what they're saying, and I feel like the equipment, not just ours, but everybody's equipment. Sometimes I feel like we're on the cutting edge of, we're like going in and out of the space they're in,
Yeah.
and we just can't get it off.
Yeah.
If that's such a thing, I don't know, man.
I think that's how
Because
it works.
we get certain spark parts of it, and I feel like they're still talking and we're not here.
Yeah.
We were here a few weeks ago.
Do you remember?
All right.
That was, yeah,
Like a yeah.
yeah. Were you one of the ones that we communicated with the last time we were here?
Does anybody here remember us from 2 weeks ago?
Me.
Does anybody here know anything about the little girl who's buried in that rum barrel over there?
Is that it? Or just in general, do you have a good story about anyone that may have passed out here that had a lot of history? Do you know anything about the tribe that was here many, many years ago? That was some of the first to be buried in this graveyard?
Yeah.
Is there anyone close to us that we can't see?
Oh, again. I mean, between all that, sometimes comes in. That was
So if you talk to us, we're hoping.
About that when you say that, because we heard get her, and then like a second later something said yeah.
Yeah, that was residual. Basically, man, whatever person said get her, and then evidently somebody replied, yeah, that's residual. That's just something caught in a loop repeating itself until somebody turns the lights off around here. By that, I mean until somebody turns the lights off in this universe or this world.
Not where you want to be. But that was a pretty cool key point. Are there any other places you want to? I don't want to play the whole thing.
Is this video too?
Yeah. Hey Lee, glad you joined us, buddy. We were just talking about you. Hope your ears won't burn it. We were talking about we love it because you get involved, man, and you send us things when we do things and let us know, hey, I think you said this or said that, and we like that. We really do. Dog man, I haven't heard about that yet, but we are. I mean, one thing we really do when we go in the graveyard, we are respectful, because that is at the end of the day, that's a resting place for somebody.
Yeah.
And we're respectful, and we're going to be respectful.
Yeah.
But we really haven't had any issues. I'm not saying that we won't. I'm pretty sure we have been in a lot of cemeteries, and we really haven't experienced anything other than we have had spirits tell us that they're going with us, and we're like, no, you can't. They have told us that before. We're getting in the car. We're leaving with you. No, you're not.
What? No, you ain't.
You know, over here in Kinston, this happened twice. At two of them we went to in Kinston.
Yeah.
That's a little sketchy when they actually tell you what they're going to do. But that's a chance we take when we do what we do.
Yeah.
Is there another place you want to run right onto in this video? So you said that
we're talking. This number 2.
Yeah, we're
hopefully we can pick your name up. We can pick your answers up. Any communication you may have with us through this device I'm holding.
Would be nice. We just come to learn about you.
This is 17th birthday was tonight. Oh yeah, right, buddy. Yeah, thanks for it.
We want to hear your story. Feel free to talk to us.
Can you tell us if you died from piracy? Or maybe you were in a war?
Did anyone die fighting over across the waterway at Fort Macon? Did anyone fight in the Civil War?
So guys, this graveyard, if you ever visit in downtown Beaufort, it's only like 2 blocks from the waterfront. Well, at Beaufort, at the waterfront, if you look across the sound, you can see Fort Macon if you know where you're looking. Which Fort Macon was a Civil War battleground. It is a really cool place.
It really is.
So there are a lot of soldiers buried in this graveyard. So we'll skim on up. Where was that at? 657. We're almost there.
Did you know Blackbeard when he was big in the pirate days?
I did.
So that would be one I asked you if you got some better audio equipment than we do. Go in there and pull it up and see if you can. What we heard was we're asking about Blackbeard. Well, if you know anything about Blackbeard, he actually had a house here on Beaufort, probably 3 blocks from where this graveyard's at. Riley and I actually found the house.
Yeah.
It's still standing, and it resembles itself. It's still the same structure, but it's of course it's been has siding and stuff. It's very clean, very nice house, very old house. Someone lives in it now. So it wasn't like when you start talking about pirates and things like that in this area right here. They were there. They were here at the time, during the pirate days. And Edward Teach was here. He was in this area. He lived here part of the time.
Yeah.
So. Anyway,
You're right.
Can someone please talk to me and Riley? As we said earlier, my name's Greg.
Yeah.
And this is Riley. Can we get someone's name?
Guys hit Angel up at Durham Paranormal. There's the help word again. He made this polar pod. It's a very nice spirit box. Took a little for me to, it took a little time for me to get used to it, but it's definitely Riley's favorite piece of equipment.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
It's every time we pull it out, in the active place, man, it spits the word.
Did you say help? Are you right here?
How may we help you?
And it said help right here by this grave. It makes me wonder.
Yeah. What?
Gabriel is the name on these headstones. Is Henry Gabriel? Is that you?
Yeah.
We learned that Riley and I, it seems like every time we talk, sometimes I feel like I talk too much, even on the live. But in behind the voice, it says my name loud and clear.
Yeah.
But you have to kind of tune me out. It's hard to do that. And I get that.
Yeah. What?
Gabriel is the name on these headstones. Is Henry Gabriel? Is that you that said help? We're going to keep walking. Feel free to join us.
Yeah.
Never see that little girl's grave. Girl buried in the room there right here.
This is the little girl. Hello, young lady. We came with a mission tonight to find out your name.
Communicate with you.
Storybook.
With you only, really.
We wish to know your story about how your days on the sea were before you got sick.
Can you tell us how you died on that ship? Did you indeed get sick? We know your last name. We feel like it is Slow or Slew. Can you tell us your first name, please?
David.
So we're looking for a little girl's name, not David, but I mean, if you guys can hear it just like we did. You just hear how clear this name comes through.
David was following us around that night.
Or Slew. Can you tell us your first name, please?
David.
Damn, don't get no plainer than that. Did you hear that?
Yeah,
It
David.
doesn't get any plainer than that. So
No.
we're looking for Abigail or Annabelle or any name other than a male name. So was the little girl buried in the room barrel? Was she a little girl or a little boy? I don't know. I won't live in then. Do you know?
No.
Who really knows? Nobody is living today that would know.
No.
And there's not a name on that grave right there that you're looking at.
Yeah, they're right.
So who really knows?
David. That one of the little girl's name. That was a solid David, wasn't it?
Yep. Is it Karen?
What was that name that I said the other night that I got the last name?
So I'm not going to play it all, guys, but I just wanted to show you some parts of this. This was part 2, of course. Check it out. It's a good video. A lot of communication going on here.
Yeah.
A lot of spirit talking, man. A lot of activity. I'll jump over to part 3 that we dropped. A lot of you guys were probably asleep last night. Don't even know we dropped it. So last night we dropped part 3. Part 3 of this series of the old burying ground. It might have been 11 or 12 o'clock when we finally finished last night. We made some mistakes in it. We tried to cover. You'll see some of the text on the screen gets really. Is it? Hello. It is working at it.
I heard.
Okay. I think when the video is playing, we can't hear each other.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, if you see the text get really big on the screen and you look behind it, you'll see some words we're trying to cover up because we caught words what we thought it said and it didn't. And, so it seems like the more we listen to our videos, the more we end up hearing every time. So here we go. And I didn't say this. This was part 3. This was actually part 2 that we cut in half. It was just too long to post all of it. That's why there was really no intro here. We started this video right back where part 2 video ended.
Yeah.
So we got Riley's got his Paratech and this word generator. He's using it, so you hear. We have about 3 different pieces of equipment out at this time.
Yeah.
We got a lot going on here for just me and him.
I already said.
It's dark.
Yeah. I never knew that because it was dark.
You're here. I heard I'm here.
It said died here.
That's interesting because you come here and you're already dead. Are you saying you were buried alive and you died here?
Their fault.
Their fault.
So the children. I'm using the phone app right this minute running through our portal. Riley has a Paratech. We got, like I said, we got 3 different things out. But what you're hearing loud and clear now is a certain app that we were using. We try a lot of different ones out. We're starting to lean toward this one.
The children. Sound like the children.
Resolve.
What are you resolving? It was good. What do you mean it was good?
Oh, right.
We couldn't resist that. When and it said the whip. I don't know what the deal was with that. Part of that come off. I'll
Yeah.
fix it where you go. Yeah, I don't know. So the first thing you start thinking about at the times back then, when you start thinking about slavery and different things that were going on, when they start talking about the whips and
Watch me with
stuff like that.
you. Watch me 99.
So basically, it said the whip, it's him, and you see. I'm like, dude, I hope there's nobody standing here with a whip that we're about to see. Keep your ears going.
Yeah, I was just gonna tell you when you whip, you got a 99.
Oh, good job.
What was that, Riley?
I hate this place. I thought you just said you loved this place. I'm getting mixed communication.
All right, guys. Hey, Riley. Man, I'm telling you, there's some communication coming in now.
Yeah, there is.
We usually don't get this much communication in the dark,
No.
but we're getting it. You guys can see it's dark in here tonight.
This thing just said, hello, who are you? Well, my name's Riley, and this is Father.
Yep. This is Father here. AKA Greg. We introduced ourselves earlier. Can someone please give us the name of the person communicating with us?
Please listen. What do you want us to listen
Sound like
to?
DJ. Sound like a little girl.
Yeah.
Tony.
We invite you to come touch this device on the ground in front of us.
Talking.
Stay away from me.
Oh, jeez. We sorry. We don't want to bother you.
Yeah, we don't want to bother you.
We only want to talk to the ones who want to talk to us.
So guys, I'm not going to sit here and play the whole thing. I don't want to, kill your time tonight. It is alive, and we do what we do, just talking about everything. But I would like for you to watch these videos when you get a chance, if you haven't, and share them too. But there are some really cool moments in this. We're in the dark in this graveyard, and we learned quickly, this is a dangerous graveyard in the dark. Not that we were scared of spirits or anything, but there are so many unmarked graves. There's so many bricks and little stones that are just barely sticking out of the ground. So when you're in the pitch black dark, man, you got to be careful. You'll trip real easily. You'll trip in here and fall. So we kind of, at one point in time, it was getting a little dangerous for us. Another thing that happened here, we had about 30 minutes of downtime in this video. Back behind where Riley's sitting, the ghost tour of Beaufort actually come up, and they started, the ghost tour stopped at the graveyard. And I thought, oh man, we're not supposed to be in these gates, especially past closing time at 5:30. And we were inside the gate. Here we are inside the gate like 10 o'clock. I thought, man, somebody's going to call the law on us. And we were just quiet. We sit there. And the weird part about it was they were shining big flashlights. There were flashlight beams going all around us in this graveyard. With those, the tour guide was shining in there talking about different headstones in the graveyard. I have no clue why he didn't see us, because the light went all over us several times. Naturally, another thing that happened in here when the ghost tour was behind us, we had a REM pod sitting over, right in front of us, maybe 15 feet away, sitting on two graves. In that REM pod, it was a Durham Paranormal REM pod. One angel built us. You can hear those pretty good. And it started going off, and we just knew that someone was going to hear that REM pod, at least see the light flashing in there. But it didn't. If it did, they didn't talk about it anyway. So another part was, you just look through this thing, man, is Riley and I kind of headed back up toward the little girl's grave after all kinds of communication in the back section. And we headed back to try to get a name for that little girl's grave that was maybe not David or Bruce or someone. So
Come here.
we're still sitting. Here you go. This is where the ghost tour was behind us. I'll fast forward on up away from that.
We were kind of interrupted by the ghost tour.
Yeah, we were.
We had some serious communication going on, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We've made our way back around here to the little girl buried in the rum barrel. We've set Bucky up here. We're hoping we can get some communication. So if there's anybody around who would touch that barrel, he'll do the same thing. Way back around here to the little girl buried in the rum barrel. We've set Bucky up here. We're hoping we can get some communication.
So Angel made this. He has one left if anybody wants one. He made more than one of them. I think this is the second time we took Bucky on an investigation, and this is the first time that it actually paid off for us to the point where I made a mistake in this video, and I'm not hiding it. I'll show you guys what I did, and we'll stop it when we get there. But we thought maybe if anything would make this little girl interact, it would be a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
So if there's anybody around who would touch that barrier, he'll do the same thing and go off.
It'll light up.
And we'll know you're here. Hello, is anybody here? I'll touch the bear, it'll light up. You can do the same thing.
We invite you to interact with that device.
We really want to know the name of this little girl here.
Quiet.
What did that nice young lady tell us her name was?
Forgot.
Elizabeth? No.
Or Abigail.
Abigail. I
Yeah,
think you're right.
yeah. If your name was Abigail, can you touch that device?
It was just going.
I was scared the heck out of him.
We come tonight to get the name of this little girl buried here. We feel like it's so unfair for her name not to be on this marker. If anybody's here, knows her name, we would love to have it.
Sad, but why? It doesn't make any sense. Somebody else listen to it and tell us what you think.
It doesn't take much effort at all.
You're dead. Said you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone is.
Pull over.
Move over.
It said I'm scared. I'm not sure that's what it said there. I think you guys listen to that and see what you hear.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Nobody wants to give up this name here. We've tried hard. We had a lot of communication. I kind of want to go back over there by that
To the white
beach.
part.
To the what?
Higgs, something.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Can someone tell me what the day is? Oh yeah, he'll go off.
He's sitting there and he finally goes off.
What did that? Thank you for making that device go off. We appreciate that. We're still wanting a name.
Explore.
To explore.
Yeah.
You really got it this time. That's awesome.
That is all.
We appreciate that.
You really got it this time. And it said, mm-hmm.
Sounded like a little girl said.
Still wanting a name.
Explore.
To explore.
Yeah.
You really got it this time. That's awesome.
That is all.
Can you turn it off? Can you let go of it?
Might be hung up.
It won't hung up, buddy.
So here's a point where Riley and I were thinking maybe the REM pod was hung up.
Yeah.
Quickly did I realize after messing with it, it wasn't hung up. I feel like it was going off for sure. We all know it was going off. You saw it go off.
Yeah.
But we feel like that when I reached down to touch it, whatever was touching it, of course, let go.
Yeah.
Because it immediately, when I set it down, it went on and off again. Then all of a sudden, it just quit. So I think I made the mistake of touching it. I should have just let it play out and try to get the spirit to interact with it and answer questions with it. You know.
Yeah.
You and I both jumped to it. We're like, dude, the REM pod's hung up.
Yeah.
It wasn't hung up. It was being held on to by something. I really believe that.
I believe so too.
It was just getting held on to. Sit back.
Yeah.
You'll hear.
You'll hear them.
Yes.
Can you touch our little bear again? Actually, he's a beaver.
He's in the Dallas.
It's kind of scary.
Oh
Man,
man.
it's a pretty night here.
Definitely for me.
That's for me.
That's for him.
So that sums it up. I'm not gonna bore you anymore, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We thought we would play that tonight just to go over some points. There's lots of places in those 3 different videos that, man, we got all kinds of communication.
We really did.
We're not perfect. Some of it what we hear and what you hear might be 2 different things. And if you get something and it makes more sense than what we thought we heard, a lot of it is no question. You can hear it plain as day. Some of it you're just trying to dig and trying to pull every piece of communication you're getting to try to make it make sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the whole point we're doing. We're debunking. We're trying to say, hey man, is this real or not? But when you start asking questions and you just getting response after response after response, you got to believe that you're on to something. And like I said, I made a mistake. I touched that Bucky. I wish I had never touched that stuffed animal, because I felt like something was holding it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't like you get a touch and something lets go of the REM pod.
Yeah.
Something happened.
Yeah.
So I learned something too. Let the thing go. Let it play out. And after 5 minutes, if it's still going, it's going to run the battery down. Stop it.
Yeah.
But I feel like when I reached down there and it finally stopped, it even told me to basically sit it back down.
Yeah.
Anyway, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that investigation. We, like I said, like we said in the start of it, we went off. We had a mission to try to get a name. I don't think we
Yeah.
ever got a name. The really
Huh.
only name we got at her grave was David.
Yeah.
And that would really mess the story up of the little girl buried in the rum barrel
Yeah.
if it was actually David and
Buried
not a
in the
little
rum
girl.
barrel.
You know,
Yeah.
that would really kill the story.
Yeah.
So I
well,
can't say. I'm pretty sure we didn't get a name. I'm gonna say we didn't get a name.
I don't,
We didn't get the correct name.
I don't think we've been around long enough to alter that story quite yet.
No. Do you think it's David?
No.
I don't think it's David neither. But hell, who knows? Nobody living today was around at the time when that little girl was put in that barrel.
No.
So you know, you've heard us say it before. If you don't know the story, that's probably one of the main, with the biggest storyline in that old burying ground cemetery is that little girl buried in that barrel.
Yeah.
She went out to sea, supposedly, and she died on the way back home, back to Beaufort. And her father didn't want to throw her overboard because her body was decaying.
Yeah.
So the only thing he could come up with is he buried her in a rum barrel. That's what he had at the time.
Yeah.
So I mean that's really, golly, can you imagine?
No way.
But anyway,
They're terrible.
good. I mean, good graveyard videos was,
Heck yeah. for
especially
sure.
at night. Like I said, we were
Yeah.
like, dude, we said we won't want in graveyards at night anymore because we don't get nothing.
Yeah, and we always get tore up by mosquitoes.
Yeah, the mosquitoes are
All
this time of
for
year.
no reason.
This time of year, especially from here on out, you don't want to be in the graveyard at night. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially in eastern North Carolina.
Yeah.
Could be. It could be. At one point in time, we heard it. It sounded like Slough.
Yeah.
And that's their last name was Slough. If you go back and listen to the video, I don't know. It's a really cool place, man. It is a really, for a graveyard. I know that sounds morbid. We've said that a lot, but it's a really cool place. It's cool
It
vibes.
really is.
It's no weight bearing in there.
No.
That's one of the places you go that we go into that you can feel it. You can just feel something weighing down on you. You don't feel it there.
No.
It's just like a cool place, and you know if something starts talking with you, it's cool. It's just really cool. So we hope you like it. If you hadn't, go like these videos and share them to your buddies.
Yeah.
We're trying to, like we said the other day, last week, we started a new Down South Supernatural Facebook page, not the group page. We started a new one, and we want to slowly go away from the group page.
Yeah.
So we can start back sharing these lives here. If it's not a group page, we can share the live straight to a personal page, not a group.
Yeah.
So our thought was to get back to the regular page,
Yeah.
maybe get some people to help us moderate it, so we won't get so much of that vulgar type stuff that
Yeah.
random people post on those pages.
Yeah.
That was why we did away with the other page.
Yeah.
So that's the deal there. And we couldn't go live there tonight because we just learned that you have to have 100 followers, and that page has had to be going for, how long did I say? 60
It
days?
has to be going for 60 days.
So it hadn't been 60 days yet. So we got to get 100 followers. I think we got like 20 something on that page.
Yeah.
Help us get some followers. We need to make a statement again on our group page. Hey man, go like this other page so we can start
Yeah.
going live there. We need more than 100 followers to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to still be pushing that page.
Took like 3 or 4 months to get 100 followers in the group alone.
We got a little comment from Twitch. I see. Best viewers on Boost. People do a lot of advertising on these other sites, it looks like.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's it for tonight, guys. We've pulled you away from your family and whatever else you want to do. We do thank you for following us on a Wednesday night, guys.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday
Thank
night,
you.
in and out, you guys are here. We hope we'll at some point in time we'll start to get a bigger following. And
Yeah.
until then, we'll just keep pushing forward, baby steps. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And we'll keep growing our YouTube page and
Yeah.
see if we can get the Facebook stuff moving again, because it's kind of gotten stagnant.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's why we made the new page, so we can post live straight again to it.
Yeah.
But with that being said, guys, that's all I got. Hope you guys go back to YouTube and you look at those 3 videos, they'll make more sense when you start front to back. And I think altogether they might total like maybe an hour altogether with 3 different parts.
Yeah.
But go check them out. I think you'll enjoy it. If you like a lot of action, you'll like it because there's lots of communication in that video.
Yeah, there's a point in those videos.
But I think that's all we got for tonight. Good night, Paul. Thank you guys.
Good night,
again.
everybody.
We appreciate it. And
All right, I do need to mention one thing. Well, if we didn't mention it last week, in November, Paul up here has asked us to go to a investigation with him in Virginia. It's called the Ferry Plantation. We do not know a whole bunch about that location, but I'll probably be doing some research on it. And that's going to mean that November is going to be another big month for down south.
not big. It's going to be busy, and hopefully it'll be big. But we got we got 3 different locations for the month of November.
Yeah.
Getting back on, I've already forgot. I know we got, and one of them was including the Old Harriman Hospital.
Yeah.
Tennessee will be there also. October we got. Let's see. Let me jump back to my
Harmony Hall.
we usually do something in October. I'm not sure exactly what we'll be doing in October.
Yeah, we're not sure. But October is our probably
So October
my
for
favorite
sure.
month of the year. Halloween. We'll be doing something around Halloween for sure.
Well, of course, the first weekend in October, Saturday, October 4th, we will be at the Paracon with PD Region Paranormal.
In South
Yeah,
Carolina.
that'll be in South Carolina. That'll
Yeah.
be Saturday, October 4th at the Holiday House. We'll be there. We'll have a little booth set up.
Yeah. And I reckon we'll be speaking there too.
We may. I'm not sure exactly what we'll do. We said we'd be available too. August will be August the 22nd. Friday, August the 22nd. We got it locked in for the old hospital on College Hill. Be
Yeah.
down south, and Angel and maybe Ruth will join us for that.
And the big one is supposed to go back with us to that. Or he's supposed to be going with us on that investigation. We're hoping.
Big.
The big deal.
We rescheduled that thing for Dylan, so
Yeah.
that'll work for him. So we'll see. Hopefully Dylan can go with us on that one too.
Yeah,
But that's about it. And I'm done. I'm tired.
I am
You guys
too.
rest up. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Hey, you're halfway there this week, y'all. We're almost just clicking on by. But hope you all have a good week. Rest of your week. Thank you for joining us tonight. And with that, I'm signing off.
And until next week, you can catch us at that down south.
Out. Oh.
Peace out.